Hey guys, Christina Ritchie. If you want more pars, join me in this awesome stay-home challenge. Today I'm in the kitchen. It's cold and wet outside.
So it's chilly and rainy here in New England, but I'm still getting my jump squats in. And here I'm varying them up. So I hope you guys are doing your jump squats. You're going to see significant power output when you get back on the golf course, I promise you.
So I figured why not do deadlifts, bridge extensions, and bent over rows here in the kitchen. And after, I'm going to go ahead and make some banana bread with paleo flour and 2 bananas, no sugar. All right, so the bananas are the only sugar. It's really good. All right, I'll take that back. I added some chocolate chips. I couldn't help myself. All right, today we're going to have a lot of fun. Now, the reason why we're going to focus on the posterior chain, which is the back side of us, our glutes, hammies, core all around, and back, is because we really need it in the golf swing. All right, a lot of players sit for an extended period of time, whether it's in the car, the office, even though we're not at the office right now. But if you're at home, watching TV a lot or reading, you're essentially shutting off your glutes and your hammies. All right, what's taken over are your quads. And when you sit, your hip flexors get tight. All right, so you're going to struggle with your glutes and your hammies shut off by really getting into a good backswing where you're loaded up. All right, so when we load up into the backswing properly, all right, you should feel your glute on the upper portion really loaded up. All right, if your glutes are shut off, you're most likely going to come out of your posture or sway during the backswing. So if that happens, you're not going to have anything to leverage from the ground to move forward into your downswing. All right, that's huge. To warm up, let's go ahead and do some bridges. Just get on the mat, hands by your side, and bridge up. Hold for a beat, drop down. All right, do 10 of these. We're going to do 3 sets of 10 to warm up. The key is squeeze at the top. Get as high as you can. Keep your knees in tight. In other words, don't let them flare out. Just keep them in line. Let's warm up our back with some bent over rows. All right, we're going to go light. So let's start with our tide. Drop down into a tabletop. All right, you're going to load those hamstrings by doing this as well. So you have a slight knee flex. Go ahead and just keep your arms close to your body and drive up, focusing on your lats, pulling the move. All right, so this is not I'm just pulling up with my arms. I'm actually engaging my lats to pull it up, my back. All right, hold for a beat at the top. All right, this is awesome. All right, so do 10 of these puppies. All right, to get warmed up before we add some weights. All right, next up is deadlift. So what we're going to do, the bar is going to be close to our shins. In other words, we don't want it here. Close to our shins, shoulders just over the bar. And we're going to have our hips higher than our knees. Okay? Now from here, your torso and hips are going to rise at the same rate. Right? And then you're going to stand up to full extension. All right, to go back down, the club, which represents the bar, is going to stay close to your body. As you go back down, you really want to keep the club as close to your body as possible. So, because when you add weight, if the bar gets away from you, that puts a lot of pressure on your lower back. The other thing to be extremely mindful of is your lower back. All right, you want your core midline engaged at all times. The last thing you want is your lower back rounded. All right, extremely dangerous. Well, stay safe. And if your back is not strong to support the golf swing, you're most likely going to set up like this where you're rounded. And when we're rounded, we essentially shut off our chest and our back, so we're not going to be able to turn properly. Instead, we're most likely just going to lift, and our chest is going to stay on the ball. All right, so you're not going to make a good rotational backswing with your chest and your back. All right, you need that so you have time to create speed. during the downswing. If we're here, we have no time. All right, so you're most likely going to come over the top. All right, so we need good posture so we can really make a great turn, load up into our glute. Now from here, if our hip flexors are tight, we're going to have a hard time with our hip extension. So as we come through the ball, we want hip extension, full hip extension. So when we put our pressure into our lead side, strike the ball, we want our hips to extend. All right, thrust up, back and away. All right, that gives us tremendous club head speed because we're essentially putting our body to a halt, and that sends the club head whipping down the fairway. All right, that is huge. And if our hip flexors are tight, you're most likely not going to get that. All right, and you'll collapse, you'll chicken wing. All right, your hips are going to stall out because your hip flexors are shut off. All right, they're tight. So this workout, as you can see, is really important for your golf game. And I'm going to show you variations so you can do at any age and skill level. The key is safety first, form is king, just like the golf swing. And I'll put all the description below so I can keep the video fairly short. But I really wanted to explain the whys so to get you motivated here at home to do this workout. You ready? Let's get to it. All right, so putting your foot on a chair gives you greater range of motion, makes this move harder than on the floor. All right, I'm also doing it one leg. All right, squeezing at the top. If you want to get a little extra move at the top, go ahead and take your upper leg and cross it on the top. It gives you a little bit more hip extension. You can really train it by telling your brain, hey, I need that little extra here. So hold for a beat at the top. Squeeze your glutes. This leg here is level. In other words, I don't want it up here. That is fantastic. All right, let's do some weighted dumbbell rows. All right, so these are 20s. Tabletop position. Hip width stance. Go ahead and using your back muscles, bring the weights up to your chest, hold for a beat, drop down. Drop down with control. All right, we don't want this. That is no bueno. All right, so do 10 to 12. All right, so you can also use your dumbbell or even a kettlebell, all right, for your deadlifts. All right, pretty soon I'll be using a bar because I'm going to be doing everything with a bar. But this is a great alternative if you don't have a bar for deadlifts. All right, you're going to get into a little bit of a wider stance, feet flared. Send your hips back and grab the dumbbell. The dumbbell's going to be right under you. All right, and then you're going to drive up and down. All right, this is more of a sumo style deadlift. All right, super effective. Fantastic for our golf game. Again, the head is neutral. I don't want it like this, so you're looking up. You can see what it does. It creates an arch in my neck. All right, and you come down, come up to full extension. Send the hips back and down. Torso and hips rise at the same rate. Great alternative. Hi, deadlifts in the kitchen. I'm loving this. Although I gotta be honest with you, I really miss going to the gym, CrossFit Full Potential. Really do. But when you gotta stay home, that's what you gotta do. All right, so this is a 15-pound bar. I got two 25s on it. I'm just still kind of warming up. All right, you gotta really warm up the muscles before you add any weight. Now, ideally, as you get going, you want to lift your body weight. All right, so that's just a good benchmark. Lift your body weight. All right, then you want to go 150% of your body weight. And then the real advanced go 200% of their body weight and then up. All right, so I'm in between that. The most I've ever done is 165. And that's where I'm at. So what? Good enough. All right, now I'm going to do a bent over row, getting into a deadlift position to pull the bar up into position. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and send my hips back. Get into a tabletop or just above. Go ahead and pull the bar up. Now I'm only going to do 5 because this one's heavy for me. All right, so when you go heavy, you want to do between 3 and 5 sets. All right, mid-range, you want to do 6 to 8. And then if you're going, say, 65% or 70% of your 1 rep max, you'll go 10 sets. All right, but when you go heavy, you don't need to do as many reps. All right, next up is a variation of hip extension. This is called the hip thrust. I need to vacuum. And I put a towel around here. You're going to need that if you do it with weight on a barbell. Put the bar right over your hips. What you're going to do is you're going to press. So you're going to rise up into a bridge. All right, and you're going to push the bar towards your knees. All right, so your arms are locked. Then you're going to rise down with control. Bridge back up. Hold for a beat, drop down. This is one of my favorites. This is a powerhouse. And it's not hard. All right, it's not hard. As long as your form is good. All right, and you use the proper amount of weight and you have this towel here. Woo-wee! I love this handles because you can get your back. This thing's awesome. I love the Theragun. Yep, we liking the Charmin. All right, and I like it because it's actually a little unstable, so it makes you even work a little harder. All right, so I'm adding weight for my deadlift. 80, it's 95. That's it. Push the floor away. Jeff Turk tip. I'm gonna do 5. Push the floor away. So I take a deep breath, engage the midline, drive up, hold for a beat. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do a single dumbbell row with a kettlebell. All right, so it's the same deal. I'm just isolating one side. So this is like you're starting up the lawnmower.
All right, so after you work out, you have to eat. So I'm having a smoothie. And here's my awesome, I'm not a baker like my cousin Liz, but I did make this really yummy paleo with chocolate chips banana bread, which I am so excited about. Yum.